Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture on network theory. Today we are going to learn the topic super mesh analysis. As we have already seen the problem on mesh analysis, we know that it uses the concept of Kirchhoff's voltage law, which states that the algebraic sum of all the voltages across a closed loop is equal to zero, where we consider the proper sign of the magnitude of voltage drop across every resistor or a component, and likewise the algebraic sum of all the potential differences should be equal to zero. So based on the same concept is our new topic called as super mesh analysis. So which mesh can we call as a super mesh? That is our first question. Whenever in a mesh or a closed path, if we have a current source in the common loop, in the common branch of two loops, then it forms a super mesh. For example, in this given circuit, we can see that this first loop is like this is the second loop, and this is the third loop. So between your loop number 1 and loop number 3, this is the common branch, and on this common branch we have a current source of value 3 ampere. So whenever the meshes share a current source with the other meshes, and that is called as the super mesh. It forms a super mesh. So how to solve a problem which is based on super mesh technique, that we will see. In this given problem, it is asked to find the current flowing through this 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so for finding this we can use various techniques, but let us try to apply the mesh analysis. There are two meshes over here. One is this with the current I1 flowing through it, and this is the second mesh, let us assume, with the current I2 flowing through it. Now, as we have seen the definition of super mesh just now, between these two meshes, we have a current source of 2 ampere present in the common branch. And that is why this is forming a super mesh, and we cannot apply the mesh analysis or the KVL equation to these individual loops. And that is why we will have to apply the KVL to this entire super mesh. Okay, so let us try to write the KVL equation for this. Again, we are interested in the current I2 which is flowing through 3 ohm resistor. So it will be better if we will have all the equations in terms of I1 and I2. But other than this I1 and I2, we can find out the third variable which is equal to Vx. So let us try to convert this Vx in terms of this current. So this Vx is the voltage drop across the 2 ohm resistor. So we can write that Vx is equal to 2I1, but considering the direction of the current flowing through it, generally whenever the current enters the resistor, that is positive, and wherever it leaves, that is negative. So by this rule, the voltage drop is coming out to be Vx is equal to minus 2I1. This conversion we can use anytime wherever Vx will come in the equations. Okay, now let us try to apply the KVL to the super mesh or the entire outer loop. So it will be starting from this 2 ohm resistor, I will get minus 2I1. Then here I have positive sign, but the value of voltage is minus 4. So I will have minus 4 over here. Then across the resistor of 3 ohm, the drop is minus 3I2. Then I have minus 5Vx, the dependent voltage source, is equal to 0. Now, as we have already found the value of Vx in terms of I1 and I2, I can simply write in the place of Vx as minus 2I1. So here I will have minus 5 multiplied by minus 2I1 and equals to 0. So let us simplify this equation. Let us simplify this equation, and what we will get is this multiplication of minus 5 into minus 2i is going to give us 10i1. This 10i1 minus 2i1 will give you 8i1 minus 3i2, and that is equal to 4. So this is our first equation in terms of variable I1 and I2. As we know that the number of equations should be equal to the number of variables. So here we have two variables I1 and I2. But we have got only one equation by applying KVL to the super mesh. So we will get the second equation with the help of KCL. As we will observe in this common branch, we have the current I2 flowing upwards and the current I1 flowing downwards, and the resultant or the difference of these two currents is a 2 ampere value, which is shown in the upward direction. So considering this, I can simply write the KCL equation as I2 minus I1 is equal to 2. So I have got two equations. I need to solve them simultaneously to get the value of I1 and I2. So let us solve them in Calci and get the value. Or other way, you can, as this is a simple equation, we can also solve them directly. If I multiply this equation number 2 by 3, I will get minus 3i1 plus 3i2 equals to 6. Now if I add equation number 1 and 3, I am going to get the value as 5i1 equals to 10. So if 5i1 equals to 10, the value of I1 comes to be 2 ampere. So I1 is equal to 2 ampere, and by substituting this I1 equals to 2 in equation number 2, I am going to get the value of I2 as 4. So that was the question asked. The current flowing through 3 ohm resistor, that is I2, is equal to 4 ampere. So we have solved this problem using super mesh analysis. The important point is super mesh analysis is we have to uh, whenever we get a current source in the common branch of meshes, we have to consider it as a super mesh. So you have to apply the KVL to the outer loop or the super mesh, and the second equation you will get by applying KCL to that common branch.